Alright, what's going on everyone? So today in this video I'm here and I'm going to be discussing what items I think are worth copying for the Supreme Fall Winter 18 Week 13 drop. Now honestly I've been paying more attention lately because Supreme has been back with more heat compared to what, I feel like weeks 11 through like 8 I wasn't paying as much attention, even though we did have some good items dropping there, but it wasn't like great overall. But these last 2 weeks and this week is actually really good I think, and I've been following it pretty heavy. So I'm going to be discussing what items I think you guys could buy for resale or buy for personal collection or whatever you want. Just what items I think you should maybe take interest in. So I just hope you guys will enjoy this video. We're gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna try and upload 5 days in a row this week, so I'm gonna try and be blessing you all with a lot of videos and just seeing what I can do basically. So I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Subscribe if you're new, drop a like, and let's get started on this one. Alright, so the first I'm going to be discussing, I'll put it up here on this side in a second, but I need to discuss the price first. It is $438 and it's not a very big item. And the only reason I'm putting this here is because maybe it would be a dope accessory to have, and I can't agree on that. It's a Supreme Tamiya Hornet RC card. Now, an RC card, keep in mind, is not very big, and this one isn't either, and it is $438. Now, I think Supreme obviously is going to mark it up a good bit, but I'm assuming that this company makes very good RC cars. That's the only reason you could charge $438 for one. But going off of that, it's not going to resell. Just face the fact, unless there's literally like 100 of them being made, it's not going to resell at all. Just because, well, if there was 100 of them being made, of course it would resell. I'm just saying there's probably going to be a lot of them being produced, and I don't know how many people are going to be on the market for a $400 plus RC car when, I can just go to CVS and buy a $10 one that probably will, last a decent amount of time. But going off that, we're not going to make comparisons. The item's actually a pretty dope accessory. It just, maybe from the price point, it, isn't so dope.
Oh, you're just jealous because you can't afford it. Oh, that's what you gotta say.
Next up, we got the Supreme New Era Sequin, or yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it, Arc Logo headband. Now, headbands usually do well, and I think these will do well. Also, they dropped a very similar one in Fall Winter 17, if I'm correct. You had headbands that were almost identical to this.
Really?
Just one of them was a Christmas theme.
Happy Christmas. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Chrysler.
And it dropped in, December, I think, so it was later on in one of the later weeks towards the end of the season. But going off of that, these are gonna be retailing at $32, which is, just normal headband retail, and, at $10 shipping. So $42 is what you will pay for this headband. Now, it's obviously gonna be a nice quality headband because it's embroidered, and Supreme with embroidery, I think, is actually not bad. I have heard some complaints this season, though, about Supreme and their embroidery, but, the headbands, I've heard nothing about it. But going off of that, what I would personally cop, I'm not gonna, again, I wouldn't cop any of the headbands, but if I had to, which would be a blessing too. If you have to cop a Supreme item, like you had to choose one, that'd be sort of super cool. But going off of that, the one I'd probably cop would be that black one or the sort of navy and red one we have. I think it's navy and red or black and red. I can't really tell from the photo I'm looking at, but looking at it, it will resell. So if you're going, just wondering about that, want to make some money, it'll probably go for around 80 bucks is all I'm thinking. So decent price for a headband.
Decent.
Next up though, we had the cat and hat skateboard. Now here comes the big debate of people born in 1999 versus people born in 2002 or 2000s like me that are gonna debate on who can cop this and who can't cop this. Listen here, it is on the site, anybody can buy it. My brother knows what cat in the hat is, and he's 10 years old. He's 10 years old, all right? So he could buy it if he wanted to also. It doesn't matter, right? If you're born in 1999 or 2000, there's virtually no difference, the exact same stuff. But going off of that, this skateboard is gonna be retailing at $66. That's what all skate decks retail at. And this is gonna resell for a heavy price. I know people may deny the fact, and some people may not know that skate decks actually sell. Keep in mind, the cat in the hat hoodies are reselling fairly decent, and this is going to sell for a good amount of money also because it's a deck, it's the same theme, it's almost gonna look very similar to the designs on the hoodie. And I think the mock-up, I think this actual picture, I'm not too sure because it said it was unseen earlier in the day, so these could be mock-ups, but I think this would probably be a very accurate representation, or it is exactly what it will look like because it may be the official photo. I haven't really taken the time to look at what it will actually look like, but this design is pretty dope, I would say, for it. And it looks like we're gonna have 3 colorways: a pink one, a teal one, or not teal, maybe an aquamarine. I don't think there's too much of a difference, and then a black one. So I think all of them are pretty fire colorways, but we may have the same amount of, I think, colorways, like deck colorways, as there was hoodies. I don't see them only, like we could have 8 decks or 3 decks. That's what I'm saying. But going off of it, definitely gonna resell 100 plus, super easy, I'm saying. And like if resale started at 120, I think that'd be reasonable. Next up though, we got the Supreme reflective logo beanie. Now this is actually fire. I like this. I admire this from Supreme. I mean, usually I'd say I don't like Supreme beanies. Well, obviously I just can't wear a beanie. Like, just look at my head shape. Just that ain't gonna work ever. But looking at it, these are gonna be retailing at $40 at $10 shipping. So $50 is what you'll be paying for this. Now I think the most hype colorways are probably, that was my fingers, would be probably the black one or the red one. That, you know, I'm thinking that. Maybe the white colorway too. I'm not too sure. Just I think all of them will probably resell some more than others, and you know, probably the ones that resell the best. I think obviously the black colorway is usually a fairly, I'd say, safe one. If you're never sure with which colorway to go for, just go for the black colorway. It's just the one that usually people tend to go for. So looking at that, you know, I think reselling these, I think all of them will probably resell for at least $70 or more. So at least each one will probably have a $20 profit on it, I'm thinking. And you know, then some of them may be reselling for much more. So we could see some in the hundreds or low or 90s, and some of them just scattered maybe around the high 60s and 70s. That's just, I don't know why I'm talking like a weather forecaster, but just keep it in mind, that's what I think.
We'll bring you on into the temps, and we're all doing okay. Wow, 750 degrees in Gila Bend right now.
Next up, we got the Polar Tech tote bags. Now, I don't know, I'm not really a tote bag guy. I don't really know how you can be one a tote bag guy or not a tote bag guy, but just basically, I'm not really vibing with the whole Supreme bag thing, but basically, it's gonna be retailing at $98, $9 shipping. You got $108 on this. Now, I think the best colors are probably the black one or the white one. I think they're very nicely done, and honestly, I think the designs in all of them are fairly, you know, basic, yet they're good, and honestly, you don't need something to be super, like, insanely creative or necessarily extravagant or abstract to make something great. It can just be basic. Now, that of course doesn't apply to everything in life. Don't try and go and above and beyond for some things, but with this design, honestly, it's very plain, it's very simple, but I think it does the job and does what it needs to. So I think honestly, as long as it just carries stuff, it does its job. So, you know, I think it's as long as Supreme doesn't have any defects to the point where you can't carry it, good. So looking at that, I think it's probably gonna resell for a little bit. I have seen fairly decent amount of hype around it though, so I think maybe like 120, 130 on these is a safe bet. They could resell for less, you never know. People could go crazy on StockX or over the market and sell them for way too low. Happens all the time, trust me. So looking at that, they'll resell some, I think. Next up, we got the Polar Tech small box logo crew neck, or yeah, crew neck sweatshirt. Now, it's a very just, you know, we have a lot of these mini box logo things, and you know, Supreme drops a ton of them each season. You're gonna see a mini box logo at least 2 or 3 times, I think, each season. So this one is not many different than the others, but if you maybe want a safe-ish reselling bet, then you may be able to get a couple bucks out of this one, or maybe a lot. Again, I can't bet on anything really, because some of them don't sell for anything, and some of them sell for a ton, and I think this one's actually gonna have a decent chance of reselling fairly nice, and I'm hoping on that. So retailing $138, it's gonna be $148 for what you're paying, and if you're going off of that, I think these probably could resell for like $170, and maybe there'll be some other ones that actually break the you know, exception, and they go above and beyond and resell. Maybe some of them will. I can't tell you, but looking at that, you know, I think these may do decent. They may. I can't really tell you, because again, these can brick or these can hit hard and resell for a ton. So just I can't even tell you. But finally, the last item I personally think this week is worth copying, and we got a lot of items this week that are worth copying, which means this week is good. Supreme is killing it this week. I think I'd give it this week like an 8 to 9 out of 10. Like, this week is solid, by the way. Just really good job. I mentioned that at the start, but I just want to mention it one more time so y'all get it. But looking at that, we got this stripe panel down jacket. It's gonna be retailing at $258. Now this, I don't really know about reselling this one, but it's a dope personal cop, I think, because it's starting to get a bit brick and cold up here in CLT, so you know, may have to cop a jacket like this, but you know, I just think, you know, a basic hoodie, you know, what I wear to school every day, I wear like one hoodie and it just works because, you know, it's comfortable. And I probably will need to cop more like Supreme hoodies in the future. I don't want to be seeing the exact same one every day, or just be wearing this exact one every day, you know, get dirty and stuff like that. But looking at it, you know, I think all the colorways are actually fairly good for this one. I'm vibing with all of them, and you know, personally what I'd wear though, even though I do vibe with all of them, the only one I'd probably wear would be that red one or the black one, and you know, just because, I don't know, red's my favorite colorway, so I got always that one, and the black color is just, you know, black and yellow. It looks dope. So for this one, I don't think a resale will exist on this one, but it's fire. Anyways, thank y'all for watching this video. If you did enjoy, I'm gonna have another video tomorrow and for the rest of this week until Friday. I'm gonna have 5 days in a row on this, but main topic, if you did enjoy this video, let me know what you comment down below, and subscribe and like. And if you really didn't enjoy this video or didn't like anything about it, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe too. It means a lot to me. So I just want to say thank y'all for watching this video. Thank y'all for support and love you show each day. And yeah, that's really it. You know, just what you can buy or what you can't buy. Maybe I didn't mention some items, or maybe you guys think some of these items just aren't deserve to be here at all. So just let me know down below what you guys think, and let me know what you're buying. Again, thanks for watching. Peace out.